Hey guys, this is Roger here. I'm making this video in regards to the Steve's Magic Channel um, effect that was put out by Steve's Magic Channel, Steve. And he basically has a really great effect where you can think of any particular card, and that particular card can be divined at any location. It's an any card at any location effect. And the effect was so great that I decided to go ahead and just dissect it a little bit. And I've came up with quite a few very, very remarkable things. I'm a math guy, so and I've been meaning to make this video a few days ago. One of the guys was asking why I wouldn't. I got a big bite right here. It's still a little infected. My bird bit me, so it was kind of hard to manipulate the cards and work with them. But for all sakes and intents and purposes, I should be able to go over this with you pretty easy. Now, keep in mind that here's the card deck, and the deck itself is already set up. Now, when I say set up, you wouldn't be able to tell that by looking at them because the cards are in a special stack. And I went ahead one step further and I set them up in the chased stack method. Chased simply is a way of controlling or knowing which suit of the card. And when I say chased, what I'm talking about is C for clubs, H for hearts, spades for S for spades, and the D is for diamonds. So if you had the word chased, that's how you'd remember it. C-H-S-D, chased. And of course there's an E in there if you want to spell the word out, but you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. So anyway, all of the cards are in that chased order, along with the setup that Steve's Magic Channel was doing the effect, any card at any number. And the effect itself, you can Google it. It runs 8 minutes and I believe 21 seconds. And I hope that Steve doesn't feel I'm taking over on his channel. I'm not trying to do that. I just want to show you the possibilities because quite a few people were a little ignorant in the magic of this and were like, oh, that's not a good, that's a beginner's trick, da-da-da-da-da. The first thing I want to address is counting the cards, because a lot of people were saying, oh, well, they can tell that the cards, are when you're exposing and counting the cards. What I do when it comes to counting the cards, if the card is supposed to be 25 cards down, you don't want to mess up the order. So on the demonstration that Steve does, he puts the cards face up like this, one at a time. That way the cards are never changed from the order, and you can just put them right back up on top. You're ready to go again. Whereas if you put them, you count them face down like this, then they do go backwards in the order. And the way I get around it, when I'm counting the cards, I simply count them like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You notice that the spectator, of course, can't see the cards to tell they're in any particular order, but at the same time, I'm not changing the order. I'm keeping that next card at the bottom. That makes sense? All right, so that's the same thing as doing this and exposing the values of the card. All right. The other thing, too, is that when you get your cards set up, knowing the bottom card is going to tell you what the top card is. So if this is a 7 of clubs, then I know that this is the 10 of hearts on top. And the way that is that no matter what card is on the bottom, you're always going to skip 2 numbers, and then the next card will be that much higher. So it's 7, you add 3 basically, right? 7 and 3 is 10. So if this is, let me show you. I'm skipping around here for a second, but I'll get back to it. So I got the Jack of Spades, right? So Jack, Queen, King, that's 2, and the next card would be the Ace. And the chased formula, C-H-S-D, C-H-S, and the next card would be D. After spades, it'd be a diamond. So on top, I have the ace of diamonds. Now, there's one exception to the rule. Depending on how you set your cards up, one of your suits, and I have it set up in the chase method, but you may have it a different way. But when there's a queen, okay, the next card is going to be not 2, but 5 numbers ahead. So that seems kind of strange, but it's a fact. What I'm talking about, you got a queen, king, ace, 2, 3, you skip 4. The next one would be a 5, and there it is. I'm sorry, you got queen, king, ace, 2, 3. You skip 4, it's a 3, and the next one would be a 4. I messed that up. Let me go back to the jack, okay? So we've got jack, queen, we got queen, king, ace. The next one would be a 2 and then a 3. So we got a 3 on top after the jack. So anytime there is a diamond, the cards skip 4 numbers and it's the 5th card. So 6 and 5 would be 11, which would be a jack. We know there's a jack on top. See that? But that's the only suit. So if there's a 9 of clubs, it's not a diamond, so you only skip 3 numbers. So you go from 9 to a 12, which we know is a queen. There it is, queen. And with the chase method, we know clubs, and then the next one would be a heart. So there's the heart. Following me? Hope this is making sense so far. I'm going pretty quick. Anyway, the other thing, too, to keep in mind is that depending on the way you set the cards up initially, this would either go forward or backwards. So I like it that I know if this is a 9, that's going to be 3 ahead. The next card on top of the deck is going to be ahead. All right? If it's the other way around, and let's say, let's just do this. Let's say you got an ace there, so we know 2, 3, the next card on top would be a 4, right? There it is. And from spades, you'd go to diamonds. However, okay, if the way you set up your cards, getting back to that, if they're going the other way, and you don't like that, and you want them like my cards, you just simply put all the cards, one at a time, face down. Just deal them face down like this, the whole way through. And then they'll be in the opposite direction, if that makes any sense. So that way, instead of the cards going face down, you know, they would go face up, the way I have it. And that's basically the way these cards can be devised. You can tell. So if the spectator has a card in mind, right? And let me just show you here. I'm going to take this deck. All right, and this is going to be my pick a card deck. In other words, let's see what this way I can just at random. It's the 2 of hearts. Now let's just go over here and cut the deck a few times. Okay, so we don't know where the cards are going to be on the bottom at all, but the spectator tells me that he's thinking of this here 2 of hearts. Okay, so let's look at what's on the bottom of the deck. There's a 6 of spades. All right. Now here's where the magic really comes in. 6 of spades, and we know that with the order it's chased. C, H, S, and then D, right? So if there's a spade on the bottom here, what do we know? Right underneath this spade is a heart, which is what we want, right? So we're at a 6, so we have to subtract and go down, right? So if we subtract 3, we'll have the 3 of hearts. So this next card underneath here, without even spreading them, I know it's the 3 of hearts. See that? Now here's the thing. Knowing that that's the 3 of hearts, we can just pretend and put this card on top. Just pretend that, all right? So if this card is on top, you're all set up now. We want to go from the 3 all the way to the 2, right? 2 of hearts. So it's only one away. But guess what? They're going in an upward motion, upward direction. So if this is a 3, on the top of the deck, we're going to have the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, all the way to the 3. So we're actually only 4 cards away from the 3 of hearts being on the bottom. And if I put this card on the bottom, that would make it 5 cards away. And if we subtract 52 cards from 5, well, we know that the 4 of hearts... Whoops, I'm wrong. Yeah, so we know that the 4 of hearts is actually up here. Oh, it's a 2. That's right, the 2. So I was right the whole way. I'm a little tired right now. But there it is, the 2 of hearts. See it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards from the bottom. Actually, it's the 6th card from the bottom because we wouldn't count the 2 of hearts. All right, makes sense? Let's do it again. That way... I'm still actually learning this process myself, guys. So this is something that you can sit down and experiment with and just play with. And you're going to see all the fantastic capabilities. I'm going to skip the 2. I'll skip the 4. Let's go with the 6 of clubs, okay? 6 of clubs. And let me give the cards a cut. Take a look. What's at the bottom? Oh, 7 of clubs. All right. If that isn't a mess, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. So we know that if the 7 of clubs is on the bottom, we've already hit gold, right? Because that's the clubs. But we also know that the top of the deck is going to be 8, 9, 10, all the way da-da-da-da-da. So guess what? The 4th card from the bottom of the deck, the 5th card rather, because we can't count the card, it's the 6 of clubs itself, is going to be the 6 of clubs. So there's going to be 5 cards, and there they are, right? There's the 5. The 6 of clubs is right there. So that really wasn't a good example. I haven't been getting lucky here. Let's try something else. So there's the King of Hearts. Let's cut the cards. Cut them again. And you don't have to do... You can do some false shuffle cuts if you want. It doesn't really help anything because legitimately this deck can be cut for real. All right, here we go. We're at the 9 of clubs, and the spectator says he's thinking of the King of Hearts. So without further ado, let's just go to the chase method. We know C is for clubs, and H is for hearts. And guess what? We know that this top card is a heart, and we know that this is a 9. So 10 Jack, we skip 10 Jack. We got the Queen of Hearts right on top of the deck. Now, if the Queen of Hearts is on top of the deck, then 4 cards past the Queen of Hearts is going to be the King of Hearts. So the King of Hearts, I can tell the spectator, is 5 cards from the top of the deck. Believe it or not, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 5 cards, King of Hearts. And it's kind of funny that we're doing this and we're getting really close to the top and the bottom. In the real world, you know, you're going to have a lot of crazy other stuff going on where it won't be that at all, I'm sure. But we got the 4 of hearts here. Let me cut the cards and see what we get. I'll cut them a couple times. All right. We got the Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs, we know again that there's a heart on top of the deck, right? And this is a queen, so we go king and ace, and then it means that there's a 2 of hearts on top of the deck. So if we turn over the top of the deck just to confirm it, there it is, the 2 of hearts. Knowing that the 2 of hearts is on the top of the deck now, to get to the 4, we have to just go down 4 and 4, which is 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the next card, there it is, the 4 hearts. So you could say the 9th card down from the deck, top of the deck, is going to be your card. Boom. All right, and it's all about presentation, guys. I'm just giving you the raw essence of what you can do with these cards in this order. The other thing you can do is what I call a peek. Now, this is really awesome because if you turn the cards over, right? Let's say you spread the cards out. And you tell the spectator, all right, I just want you to think of one of the cards in the deck. You may not even be able to see it right here, but if you don't see the card you want to think of, just think of it anyway. Pretend that you can see it, but you can take a good look at the cards and think of one. What you're really looking at here is these last four. See these last four? That's your little spread right there. Excuse me. So here's the deal. You know the ace of hearts is here, four of spades is there, seven of diamonds, and queen of clubs. If the spectator says, yeah, I got a card in mind, okay? You say, well, I hope I can't see it right here. And he's like, no, I don't see it there. Okay, what card were you thinking of? And they're going to tell you the card, okay? It's the seven of spades. Well, you see the four of spades right here, right? Now, if we took these two cards and moved them to the top of the deck, just imagine, right? Then the four of spades would be there. How would we get to seven from four? We'd go 5, 6, 7. We'd count 3. 3 times 4 is 12, right? And 3 times 4 is 12. So the 13th card from the top of the deck should be the seven of spades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I said 13. What did I do? Oh, I was supposed to subtract. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And see what I'm doing is I'm going back and figuring it out where it should have been. It should have been 10 cards. Okay. It's because you went from the 4 on the bottom. All you really needed was 5 and 6 before you hit the 7. And then the 2 cards extra would have been 4 plus 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 would have been 10. That's how you would have got that. So my bad. I just told you wrong. I just did it wrong in my head. Anyway, let me just double check here. Okay, so I went over that for you. The diamonds you're always going to skip 4 numbers. So if you have a diamond on the bottom of the deck, like that's a 7 of diamonds, you know that you're not going to go 8, 9, and it's not going to be a 10 on top. It's going to be 8, 9, 10, jack, queen. It's going to be a king. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a queen. 8, 9, 10, jack. You're skipping 4, and then it's a 5. 7, just remember to add 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 is the equivalent of a queen. Okay? So anytime you have a, here, 6 and 5 is a 11, which would be a jack. So there's a jack on top. Jack. You got to go queen, king, ace 2. That would mean a 3 is on top. There it is, 3. Anytime there's a diamond, and it may not be, I don't know, if you're following my chase method, it will be the diamonds if you have them set up like my deck. But if you have them set up any other way, it may be one of the other suits. And what I suggest you do is get used to them. Go through your cards like this one at a time, and you're going to notice the cool way that they go. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they count down. And you can make it a math trick too. If you're, if you need to get out a piece of paper and do it math-wise when they're asking about the, their card. However you want to set it up, like I said, this is just the essence of it. And also remember this. If they're looking for a club, let's say they say the 7 of clubs, you know that diamonds on the bottom, right? Which is the end of a chase. So clubs is going to be the very next card. It's on top. And anytime that you have the key card on the top of the deck, the formula is simply going to be the key card times 4, whatever number you need to get to, plus 1. All right. So, for example, let's say they're thinking of the king of clubs, right? We know this is a jack of diamonds. So we got queen, king, ace 2. We know we got the 3 of diamonds on the top, right? Or 3 of clubs on the top. We need the king of clubs, right? So to get from the king, from the 3 rather, from 3 to king is 13. You got 13 minus 3 is 10. 10 times 4 is 40. Plus 1 is 41. 41 cards down is the king of clubs. And we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. And I said 41, didn't I? 41. This should be the king of clubs. How about that, guys? All right. Awesome magical formulas going on here. Enjoy it. Use it. Hit me up with any questions you may have in the comments, and I will get back to you definitely. I'm an old wizard, so I'd love to help you all. Y'all have a great day now. Bye.